G'day folks, my name's Jaden Jack with the Farm Trader magazine. Here we are with another New Zealand exclusive which we're very excited about, and this one is the new CLAAS Scorpion range of telehandlers. Now the eagle-eyed viewer may notice that we were outside. We were also with a different telehandler. So we've got two models here. We've got the 741, which is 7 metre reach, 4.1 tonne max lift. Here beside me is the 732, which is also 7 metres, 3.2 tonne. Doesn't matter, we've just made it quintessentially Kiwi by allowing the spring rain to come in and ruin what we had started as a beautiful photo shoot. But here we are, nonetheless, we haven't let it dampen our spirits. And this is now also on Lazy Susan, which is a spinning turntable. Not sure what Susan did to get that name, but again, we won't get bogged down on the details. So for the train spotters amongst us, people will know that the Scorpion has actually been a long-standing machine in the CLAAS stable. From 2018, that's when it changed from Kramer build to Labia build, and in that time it also has been included in the Australian lineup. So it's been in the Australian market for 6 years, and we've got the New Zealand exclusive here behind me. So 3.6 litre Deutz engine, Tier 3, so no AdBlue, which is fantastic, and 142 max horsepower for both the 741 and the 732 behind me. So first up, when you jump in the Scorpion cab, you'll notice that it's very roomy with this large front windscreen, which is curved to give you excellent visibility. Obviously that's the thing with the telehandler, fantastic for loading things at height, which is obviously one of the key features of the machine, and being able to see all the way up there as it's at max height is a fantastic feature. So in terms of getting driver comfort, we've got the foot-operated steering column here, so that moves the fore and aft, and then I guess we've also got this other little button down here, right, which can tilt it into the perfect driving position. So down here, our main orange throttle is the Very Power controller. So Very Power is the hydrostat, and it's twin pump. That is a Labia built transmission, and again, like we spoke about with the Torian, since 1978 with the dozers, they've been building that hydrostat trans, so certainly tried and tested. Down on my left-hand side here, we've also got the brake, which also acts as an inching pedal. So essentially, right at the start, it's almost like a brake to neutral function, and then it moves into brake. So that's a fantastic feature. You'll notice that on the steering column, left hand is no shuttle, so all of the controls happen on the joystick over here. So the toggle closest to me is the forward reverse shuttle, and then on the window side is the boom in and out. We've then got the third function for a bucket grab, for example, on the back of the joystick. You've also got your transmission controls here, so we've got 3 speeds in the transmission. So it's a full hydrostat, but essentially we've got 3 speed limiting parameters. So we've got 0 to 15, 0 to 30, and 0 to 40. They can be changed here with the here and the little snail button. We've also got the auto dump function, so essentially that's bucket. So that's not boom, it's just return to position for the bucket, which is another great feature. You can also have a fourth function, right? So you can have hydraulic latching, for example, and the bucket grab. And again, you've got a diverter switch on here, so that allows the same toggle to be switched between the two modes. A couple more great features in the cab. Over here, we've got our steering adjustment. So it's got 4 steering modes. So you've got your normal crab steer, 4-wheel steer, front steer, but then you've also got another option where you can set, say, the wheels to crab steer, and then the other wheels will still steer, right? So that will allow you to run the telehandler on an angle, but not in full crab steer mode. So it gives you a little bit more control in crab steer, and that's fantastic for scooping the bucket along the side of the bin for cleaning it out. So that's actually a really cool function that's unique to the Scorpion. We've also got an electronic park brake. So again, when you hop on the seat and you're in there for 5 seconds, it will automatically disengage. You put it into forward, it disengages. You hop off the seat, it automatically engages. It's also got auto hold, which will hold itself with the hydrostat up to 16 tonne, right? So that's hop out, it'll automatically hold the machine, but then it'll automatically put the park brake in. So great safety feature. In terms of visibility, out on the left-hand side, obviously you can see a large glass area there. Once the boom is up, that's obviously obstructed, which is a natural downside of a telehandler. However, the fantastic vision around with the mirrors. There are a couple of other features that are unique to the Scorpion. So there's two toggles that allow, one of them on the window side, that is your revs, right? So you could set the maximum revs, for example, and then on the other toggle, that allows you to set. So not only have we got the snail tortoise here in terms of the hydrostat speed limiter, we've also got this other, it's almost like an inching one where for trenching, for example, you could have the revs right up, so the oil flow is at its maximum, but then you can also set that speed right back down so that you've got very, very good throttle control. So that's a fantastic feature. In terms of rear auxiliary hydraulics, on this particular machine, we've got a pickup hitch. So this one has got a double-acting pickup hitch. It's also got a double-acting spool, and then you can also get another single-acting spool. So you can tip a trailer with it, for example, and then it just has the float function. This machine also has twin-line trailer braking. As we had Lazy Susan swinging it around, this is like a Suzanne Poole commercial where it's like something I prepared earlier. Here we are around this side, we've got the 3.6 litre Deutz engine. Now what you'll notice is that this is slightly wider than maybe what other traditional telehandlers have, but what it allows is that the Deutz motor is set nice and low. So centre of gravity when the boom is right up is obviously a risk, so having that engine slung nice and low gives that fantastic stability. It's also got a hydraulic reversible fan which is activated from in the cab, and that allows you to easily and quickly blow that debris out and keep it running nice and cool throughout the day. Around the front we've got the Q-Fit attachment system, so that's fantastic, and obviously a lot of people currently have that. As mentioned down here, we've got the hydraulic latching and up to our third and fourth function. Another feature I really like about this is this flat plate here with the ram nicely hidden underneath. So that allows excellent breakout force, but the other thing is when you're loading maize silage, for example, some of it comes over top of the bucket grab, it doesn't sit in there and start corroding those materials, so that's fantastic. Another couple of great features on the Scorpion is there's two places where you can reduce the pressure on the third service. So I've got this button here at the end of the boom, and there's also a button in the cab to do that. So that's great for when you're trying to attach implements or change implements. The other great feature is there's actually 3 single grease nipples. So you actually need to grease 3 places on this machine. This one here is a single point, and with internal lines that then go to all of the auxiliary places that need greasing. You've also got one at the back and one on the side, right? So that does boom underneath the whole chassis, and then around the front of the headstock. So that means that you're not crawling in the mud underneath the telehandler trying to get those pesky little grease nipples that often then get missed. And it's also a really, really easy way to then retrofit an auto greaser, because essentially those lines are already routed throughout the boom, etc. Here are the top 5 reasons why you should consider the CLAAS Scorpion range for your next material handling task. First up, we've got the Hydrostat Trans. This is Liebherr built and has been through those thousands of hours of testing and is in the market and well received. 3 ranges: Snail 0 to 15, Tortoise 0 to 30, and the Hare 0 to 40k an hour. Fantastic, and allows that excellent customization for the task that you're doing. Second up, we've got the 4 steering modes. Easily changed from in the cab with a simple dial. So not only have you got your normal 4-wheel steer, front wheel steer and crab steer, you've also got that customization which I mentioned, and allows you to really get to the edge of those bins, which is fantastic. Next up, we've got daily maintenance. 3 grease nipples. Yes, you heard that right. 3 grease nipples. All internally lined, so you do it from 3 central locations. These are not grease banks, people. These are 3 single nipples. That allows you to pump that grease in. It does all of the undercarriage. You don't have to get in there in the mud. And then also the headstock and the boom. So that's all internally routed, makes retrofitting an auto greaser fantastic, but daily maintenance is a real doddle. Next up, you've got the cab comfort. So comfort and visibility are the 2 key things here. Everything is on your right hand side. Majority of the functionality is done on the joystick, and you've got that large curved windscreen to see all through the boom arc. And last but not least is the backup from CLAAS Harvest Centre. We've talked about it in the Torian video. We've seen it. I've been to the Waikato branch, and we've also to the Christchurch branch. They are central locations that are purpose built to look after their customers and keep them doing what they love. Thanks for checking out the video. You can check out the Scorpion and the Taurian review in the summer issue of the Farm Trader magazine. You can also check out the video at farmtrader.co.nz, where there's hundreds of buy-sell options on there as well. And keep an eye out on the socials for all of the good things that we're up to around the country.